Hi Internet, Leon's back, and today I'm going to tackle the third route of the Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes demo. Woke up a little bit, alright, let's try that again. Woke up a little bit ago, so, par for the course for me, but just going to jump back in and see what this last bit of content has for me. I guess I'm still waking up, yeah. And already the yawns are here. Yay! So, I did the other two routes earlier this weekend. Started with Blue Lions because Blue Lions. Then yesterday did Black Eagles. So today we're going to be doing the Golden Deer route. And like I did with the Black Eagles yesterday, I'm actually just going to continue from a save point kind of right before you make your big choice, essentially. Essentially, what happened was game starts up, cutscene. There's a big battle going on between Saros and a bunch of enemies and whatnot. Shez here wakes up. First mission is you're, trying to fight Byleth and Geralt's mercenaries, and Byleth just absolutely wrecks all of your comrades, and so you end up being left all alone and just happen to bump into the three major political heirs of the region, so fate or something.
I see. That's if I'm honest. My sincere apologies for asking this of you. I know you're heading for Ramire Village in order to find Gerald's mercenaries, but, well, perhaps you might consider changing your mind and accompanying us to Garrigmach Monastery instead.
And why would I do that exactly?
Because you've done us a great service, and we don't have the means in camp to properly reward you. At the monastery, however, we can repay your kindness in full. Also, between you and me, this evening's turn of events was quite the embarrassment for the church. We allowed students of the Officers' Academy out of our sight, and house leaders of great political consequence at that. And then they crossed swords with bandits. If word got out, well, let's just say it would sit poorly with everyone. So you see why we must ensure you're well compensated. Also, there may be some papers for you to sign, perhaps in blood.
This sounds more like hush money than a reward.
Yes, that's exactly what I told the fool knight who suggested it. Me, I'd just as soon send you on your way, but I fear I'm obligated to escort you back.
No, you're not.
Anyway, the whole thing will be much easier if you simply agree to come along. Just as a formality, of course.
I think that was a threat. And here I thought he was a big softy. Well, what do you think? Garrigmach is in the opposite direction of where we need to be, but this man seems rather set on having us accompany them.
Yeah, again, we'll disagree.
I guess I'm not opposed to helping out a little more. I'll come with you to the monastery, but I'm not staying a single minute longer than I have to.
Bless you, my friend. What a noble soul you are. I'd say you saved my bait.
Nope, I'm not giving him the puns this time.
Alois, has anyone ever told you that you're...
Don't. Some truths are simply too painful to bear. While I'm no expert, I fear the poor man's heart couldn't handle the shock.
Told me what?
Told you?
Ah, you like it? There's a grand...
We heard
Anyway,
you joining us
I've already watched
Garrigmach.
that twice, so I'm just gonna
Perhaps
skip that
somewhat
part.
unwillingly, I might add. I know this wasn't in your plans, but if it lets us get to know each other better, perhaps it will prove worth it in the end.
Unwilling or not, we've got a long road ahead, so let's try to keep the mood light.
I hesitate to ask this considering you're only here because of us. Well, are you sure about this decision? The knights may seem unwilling to bend, but it's not as if you have no say in the matter.
Actually, I see this as just another chance to better myself.
Yeah, excuse me.
You are more gracious than I. But as I see you've made peace with it, I will leave the matter be.
Yes, that's quite enough chatter. Let's save our energy for the road.
Listen, I know this one's on me. I'm the one who roped you into coming back to camp after all. But I'll find a way to make it up to you, I promise.
Yes, Claude, you better take responsibility.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
A skeptic, huh? You know, I may look like a scoundrel, but I happen to be a man of my...
Hey! Hurry up back there or we'll leave you behind!
You know you've had a busy day when you rub shoulders with the heirs to the Empire, the Kingdom, and the Alliance.
I didn't rub anyone's shoulders.
I think they're a fascinating group of people myself, but what do you make of them?
Claude's a laid-back kind of guy who doesn't really strike me as noble, and I mean that in a good way. Something tells me he's gonna be easy to work with. Seems like Edelgard thinks high enough of me. She's got this elegant air about her, but somehow doesn't hold any disdain for mercenaries. It feels like Dimitri's always checking in on me every chance he gets. He'll definitely make a good king. The kind who looks after his people.
Yeah.
Of course you only pick up on their rosy qualities. You really are a delight. Have I told you that lately? Still, you'd better pick up the pace before you vex these people any further.
Prologue. 3 houses.
Ah, damn it. I did it a third time. Ugh.
Deep in the forest, the mercenary meets a trio of youths, each a student at Garreg Mach's Officers' Academy, and a leader of one of the school's 3 houses.
Roll credits.
Striking down the bandit chief who attacked the students brings undue attention to the mercenary, who soon arrives at the hallowed gates of Garreg Mach.
Hello, Garreg Mach. It has been a while.
And with that, may I present the mercenary I spoke of?
Sup?
Greetings. My name is Rhea, and I am the Archbishop of the Church of Seros. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for rescuing our students.
It was nothing. You take a job, you make sure it gets done. That's what a mercenary does.
Yeah.
I see you do not lack for confidence.
However, the reason we summoned you here was not simply to express our gratitude. We have a proposal for you. One made on behalf of the church itself.
What kind of proposal?
Someone told you of the Officers' Academy here at the monastery, yes? We would have you join this academy as a student.
You what?
Though you are a mercenary, I understand you are not currently beholden to any one particular employer. Also, the students you rescued are close to your own age. Your life could be greatly enriched here.
Or she's heard about our power and wants to keep us on a short leash. And yet she's taking it almost as a given that we'll accept. It's infuriating.
Nah, let's turn her down.
Sorry, but the world's got other plans for me. I can't afford to stay here forever.
Oh, this would not be forever. You would only be enrolled for 1 year. Bear in mind that the Knights of Seros and many other powerful warriors pass through these gates. Whether you seek to someday become an officer, or simply increase your own strength, this environment will undoubtedly aid in your pursuits.
They've really talked us into a corner here. I think I see where this is going.
No, where's the no button? I want to hit the no button. Damn it.
All right, I'm in.
A wise decision. We will do all we can to ensure you do not regret it.
I believe you will go far.
If I may, permit me to tell you a bit more about the school itself. The academy is divided into 3 houses and draws in the most promising young talents from every corner of Fodlan. Some are noble-born, while others spring from more humble roots. But within these walls, all are treated as equals. We ask our prospects to spend a year living under the same dormitory roof, so they can challenge each other, work hard, and grow together.
Each of our houses corresponds to one of Fodlan's 3 regions. Edelgard leads the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Dimitri leads the Blue Lion House, home to students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. And Claude leads the Golden Deer House, for students from the Leicester Alliance.
We could select a house for you ourselves, but as all of this was our idea, perhaps we should leave this decision to you. You are something of a special case, after all.
So I can join any house I want?
Yes, you have simply to name it.
Alrighty, here we go. Time to go join Golden Deer House.
So you wish to join Claude's Golden Deer. Are you certain?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. I'm sure of it.
May you build wonderful and lasting friendships in your new house.
Well then, with that taken care of, it's time to decide which of us will supervise which house.
Do I get Yuritsa? I better get Yuritsa.
Yes, it turns out we just underwent a last-minute roster change. I guess you two haven't met. This is Professor Yuritsa, our weapons instructor.
Hello.
Hello.
I can already tell I'm gonna learn a lot from you.
Will you now?
Do my ears deceive me? Or is that curiosity I hear in your voice, Professor Yuritsa?
No.
I thought all the houses were the same to you. Perhaps you should be in charge of our new student's house, hmm?
I don't care. You decide.
Well, you'll certainly hear no objections from me. Professor Manuela, you and I can take charge of the remaining houses.
What? It's decided already? I was at least expecting a fight. Maybe some hair pulling?
No, that's not exactly appropriate for the situation, I imagine.
And as for you, my mysterious new student, I look forward to getting to know you much, much better throughout the year.
I bet I'm only gonna make it like a month or 2 tops.
The gall of these people making decisions for you. It's enough to make one's head spin.
Right. In any case, I'm looking forward to learning from you, Professor Yuritsa.
Excuse me.
I'll inform you of our first mission soon.
First mission? I haven't even started class yet.
Sorry, what mission?
Oh, did we fail to mention that?
Yes.
Each month, every house in the academy is given a mission entailing some form of service to the church.
Excuse me. Alrighty. So now I've taken pictures of everyone's character roster from all 3 routes. Yay!
Sorry, but do I have this right? This person just enrolled at the academy and now they have become a member of our house?
Yeah, you got a problem with that, buddy?
Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. Right, Professor Yuritsa?
Yes.
Yes, don't question anything.
I love how you can bump into someone in the woods one night and suddenly you're living under the same roof the next. I knew we had a thing.
Claude, down boy.
Anyway, welcome to the Golden Deer House, where the only rule is make your own rules. Kidding, of course. Or am I?
Who knows with you?
The point is, you're one of us now. And it's very good to have you here.
Hello.
Well, the term's only just started. The church must really like you if they're letting you join partway through.
Yeah, they like me. Or something like that.
You have to be pretty skilled to get that kind of treatment.
Well, I believe it. I mean, how many people our age can cut it as full-fledged mercenaries?
Also, I do have anime protagonist hair. That might help.
I definitely see why the church was interested, and I can't wait to train together.
And I can't wait to eat together! Or work out. You want to go work out?
Maybe later. We could go play some Awaken from the JoJo's series.
Seriously, you need to put some muscles on that coat rack you call a body. Bulk up, like me.
Hey, be nice now.
I don't think these strange shirt buttons look is for everybody. Any more meat on those bones, and our friend here would be downright scary. Our new friend's build is perfect as is. Wouldn't you agree, Marianne?
Oh, well, I don't...
It's okay, Marianne. You're safe.
Okay, everyone just loosen up. And hey, it's not like we haven't met already, so just sit back and make yourself at home.
I would not take after Claude if I were you, new blood. Honestly, if you wish your time here to be fruitful, you would do well to follow my lead.
Lorenz, no.
I think Professor Yuritsa wants to say something.
Remember your mission?
Every word, Professor. We are to crush what remains of the Iron King's thieves who attacked our camp.
And with their boss Costas out of the picture, the runts that are left should be easy pickings.
They can't be anything too special if we're getting them as homework.
Good. Prepare yourself.
The other two classes were like, "Are you sure we could do this?" And Golden Deer here's like, "Yeah, we got this. Screw those guys."
Of course, Professor. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, so that whole Yuritsa up and vanishing thing, best to just get used to it.
Well, I for one am excited to show off my skills by beating up on some bandits.
I don't suppose I could be excused, or,
No.
We're all in this together, Marianne. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Besides, the newbie here already sent them packing once, so this should be easy peasy.
Oh, you're helping. I'm not doing all the work for you.
So long as I'm here, this will all work out just fine.
Are you sure? That's a relief.
Anyway, we're all participating in this mission. Church's rules. I didn't make them, so the only thing we can do is work together.
Yeah, teamwork. Makes the dream happen or something.
And we're gonna lean pretty heavy on our mercenary buddy here. Hope that's okay.
Oh yeah, just because I'm the main character, make me do all the side quests.
Hey, lean all you want. Just make sure I get the credit at the end.
Okay, that was kind of good. I'll give you that. 2 weeks later.
There you are, Yuritsa. I have word from the knights.
It is time.
Yes. The bandits have fled north into the canyon bordering Count Ro's land in the kingdom. But the knights have cut off their escape, and now stand ready to provide whatever support the students may require.
Don't worry, the main anime protagonist has got this.
We'll leave at once.
I needn't remind you, this is the first real battle for some of our charges. I trust you will keep them safe. Though I likely do not need to worry with an old hand like you at their side.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, you don't. You there. It's time for the mission. Gather the others.
About time we saw some action.
I have a name, Professor. I don't care.
Lost sight of them?
Shame to admit it, but yes. It's possible someone magicked the bandits away. But why go to that kind of trouble for a handful of highwaymen scum?
So be it. We'll follow the blood scent.
Right, of course. We'll follow... Wait, what?
We're leaving. Everyone, follow me.
Hey, Professor Yuritsa, are you... And the way he goes. Guess we better get after him. We're still on a mission, after all.
Yep.
Pathetic.
Slow down, Professor. You're making it hard for us to... Oh. Well, this is something.
What happened to all these people?
I killed them.
Dead by my hand.
Close enough.
Are these the bandits we have been chasing?
Who knows? It's not like you can tell they're bandits just from looking at them.
Well, Professor, are they the villains we're searching for?
Most likely. I caught them trying to escape to that fortress.
Okay, does it have to be so dark and spooky?
Of course.
It must be their hideout if they were trying to shelter there.
Then let's quit standing around and seize the place. Might even find some nice gear in the process.
I concur. As nobles, we would be remiss to let the people suffer at the hands of these rapscallions 1 minute longer.
So you want to go in there? Yeah, you know what? I think I'll stay here and make sure the outside is safe.
Oh no, you're coming in. You're putting in work.
Right, Marianne? You with me?
Of course. We don't belong in a dangerous place like that.
We'll be heroes if we manage to take out an entire bandit outpost. This is the kind of stuff I live for.
Yeah! Let me at 'em! I'll crack those guys like walnuts!
It seems like opinions are split. But the thing is, we're still on a mission. And that means we leave the decision-making to Professor Yuritsa.
And I say, enter the fortress. Dispatch any bandits you find.
Kill them all.
But...
There's no cause for concern. I see no signs of life. There can't be more than a handful. Or none at all.
I'd be happy with the none option.
My grandpa told me empty forts have ghosts in them.
Ghosts? I mean, how childish. Everyone knows there's no such thing.
Actually...
We're hunting bandits, not banshees. So can we please just get this over with?
Lysithea, don't tell me that you're... You know what? Probably better not to ask.
You folks must be pretty confident considering how much you're horsing around.
It's weird to hear Leone not talk about Geralt in any way.
Yeah, we'll just need to watch each other's backs. Eyes peeled, everyone.
Victory and defeat. Don't die. Alright, so who we got? We got Claude, me. Yeah, there's Hilda, putting in work, and Lorenz. Okay. Go ahead and save. And onward.
We'll put the bandits to rout. Follow me.
Yes, I know how to do the thing.
Hey, we got intruders!
Come on, they're just bandits. But that doesn't mean we can go easy on them. Let's do this.
Special!
Don't hate me for performing my noble duty. These folks aren't so tough.
I'm not letting you past here. My life depends on it.
Well, I guess you're just gonna have to die then.
To open the gate.
Sorry, buddy.
Not yet.
Take a breather.
Tornado! Bad camera angle.
I tried to stop them.
Let's secure the interior. This place is bigger than I thought. Split up.
Sorry, I'm sorry. This place is crawling with bandits.
Level up.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Yep, stop.
Switching it up, huh?
Ow, disadvantage.
Hey, look! A treasure chest! We can get it open if we have a key.
Sure would be convenient if the key just showed up somehow.
Grab a nice haul from that chest. Now those intruders are all over the thing.
Oh, hey, look at that. A key showed up. Neat.
Did I hear the faint jingle of a key? remind me again why we have to storm an enemy hideout?
Because I told you so.
Rather impressive setup for a den of thieves.
My turn.
Finish him.
Switching it up, huh?
Yeah. You missed.
I'll cover you.
Hello there, please die. God, imagine getting impaled on that. Oof. Alright, now let's get that chest. Money!
My turn.
You know, I keep forgetting the main character has like this dash that they can do. Tornado! Level up.
I'm still just a delicate flower, you know.
Bullshit. I mean, I guess you could be and still be an axe-wielding barbarian.
Watch over their poor souls.
Who says they have to be mutually exclusive? Special!
Come on, follow me.
We'll do it together. I got you now.
They never stood a chance.
That takes care of seizing the hideout. So what's next?
Search the basement. Something is amiss.
Hey, there's a prisoner down here. She looks like an academy student?
Let's do this.
You can't stop me. I have the power of friendship and possibly anime. Oh, welcome, gangster boy. How's your day going?
Are you here to rescue me?
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah, I know, right? Hilda's just like, no, I don't want to work. And I'm like, please, you probably have more latent potential than any of them.
Don't let the girl escape, or Kranya will make us wish we were dead.
It's not safe here. We must take the girl and run.
Yeah, Veilguard supports Max. Nice. Don't let question mark be routed. What's his face? Lorenz.
Now it is my turn.
You're all about being noble and stuff. You keep Monica safe.
I will.
I'm sorry, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Protect her.
Leave me alone.
Nice.
I don't know who these folks are, but they sure aren't some running.
I'm more just doing the story right now. But like once the full game comes out, I'll probably go out of my way to like collect just about everything.
More bandits that eluded us. Leave none alive.
Kill them all.
Looks
Claude, you go deal with that guy.
Let's try this. Let's
like the coast is clear. All right, folks, let's get a move on. Sorry I'm slowing you down. The world is still a little wobbly at the moment.
Wind magic. I got a victory royale. Nice. I usually only will play Fortnite with my wife, or if I'm like just in a really weird mood, want to go meme on some kids. Almost every one of my emotes are just kind of meme dances. You can't stop Claude. He has main protagonist powers. Granted, he could probably use a bit of a speed up. Nice. Yeah, got him.
We can skip my turn, you know.
No, Hilda, you are helping out.
Looks like the coast is clear. All right, folks, let's get a move on.
I'll cover you.
Yay, we protected question mark, question mark, question mark.
We should be safe here. I mean, I hope we are at least.
All right. Who came in here and trashed my beautiful stronghold?
Hi, that was me.
Hi there. I'm Kronya, but you can just call me the lady that's about to murder you. Or, you know, don't.
Still doesn't really work.
It's her. So be it. Kill her.
Are you ready?
Wait, you're asking me?
Devastating.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
places.
Oh, it looks like Claude has an ability if you dodge an attack at the right time or something. Maybe it's just dodge in general.
None shall surpass me. Switching it up, huh? So, if you've got any pretty last words lined up, now would be the time. Not that I'm going to pay attention.
Well, if you're not going to pay attention, why would I give you some words? I'm not just talking to hear myself talk.
Monica,
I hope.
I have something very special planned for you.
Victory!
Release the creature we captured.
What is that? Looks like some sort of giant beast.
Well, the subtitle says Wild Demon Beast, so I'm going to go with that.
Attack in force. You'll never defeat it alone.
That sounds like a challenge. Challenge accepted.
I'm here to aid you. Are we even hurting this thing? We can skip my turn, you know.
I sense fear in this beast. Keep attacking.
You missed. Yeah, seems to be. Yeah.
They defeated a demonic beast? Impossible! Talus isn't going to like this at all. You'll pay for this. You'll all pay.
Let's see. Did you know you can only gain max 4 support points per battle?
Strange customers. Well, at least we beat her.
Interesting.
That's what counts.
Do we know how many points it takes to get a conversation triggered? Because it looks like it's, I don't know, if I had to take a wild guess, maybe like 15, 20-ish, something.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Progress looks good on me.
See? I can pull my weight too.
We all know you can. The problem is you never want to.
I'm still just a delicate flower, you know.
Alright, you know what? Fine, I'll let you keep saying that, but you're going to be helping out more. Takes about 7 to 9 depending on the characters. Okay.
This'll help me break new boundaries.
Not gonna forget this.
This is suitable.
How's this gonna help?
Yay, new items. New stuff. Money.
We should be safe here for the time being.
Well, hello there, question mark, question mark, question mark.
I'm well acquainted with Professor Yuritsa.
Oh, looks like I have a
The rest
guest.
of you are this year's fresh-faced golden deer,
Hello.
I presume?
Oh, sorry, sweetie, I didn't see any text. Yes, I'll read it real quick. How much time? 12 days. A lot? Oh, it'll take time to deepen the spawn. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, okay, I forgot to do a thing. Oops. Give me a second here. I gotta make a payment. Yay, payments.
Nothing but the freshest. Also, is it just me, or are you wearing our uniform?
Yes, Claude, you used your eyes. Very good.
And how do you know Professor Yuritsa? Do you go to the Officers Academy?
She's one of last year's students. A Black Eagle.
Which would make you our senior. But what were you doing here in a bandit fortress?
Well, I was just on the verge of graduation last year when I was kidnapped by the strangest people. In truth, I thought I'd never breathe fresh air again. Thank you for coming when you did.
You're welcome.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Monica von Ox, eldest daughter of the Empire's Baron Ox.
Yes. I think I understand. This all began when the knights lost sight of the bandits and you gave chase. Afterward, you entered a suspicious fortress and rescued a missing student. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll be sure to smooth things over for you once we're back.
Sounds good. But, why are you even here, Alois?
Yeah, did you follow us?
Because the knights sent for help after you left them behind. Did you expect anything different?
Sometimes, yes.
Not that I'm trying to lay blame at your feet. I know you were following Professor Yuritsa's lead, So I think everyone involved can head home knowing they did just well.
Chalky milk. I think that only works if you give it to Grogu.
For as you know...
No, I'm not letting him give that pun again. No.
Still, I find this a rather grave turn of events. To think the same bandits who attacked our charges were behind another student's abduction.
Hmm? I never said I was kidnapped by bandits.
You didn't?
Now that you mention it, some of the folks
it
in the
might work
fortress
on
weren't
Bernie.
exactly dressed in the typical bandit fineries. What if we're dealing with a way savvier organization than we think, and the bandits just answer to them?
I mean, you're probably right, Claude. Hubert, no.
Yeah, there was one real piece of work. Kronya, I think, who managed to escape.
Monica, maybe.
I've seen all kinds of people as a mercenary.
Assuming she doesn't betray us later, then she seems pure at heart enough, I guess.
You're on the right path. Perhaps I should just tell you who kidnapped me, seeing as I already know.
What? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
Everyone was busy speculating, so it was difficult to cut in.
No.
What do you know, child? Out with it.
Well, the one who kidnapped me was Tomas the librarian. I'm certain of it. I could tell from his gait, and how he held his staff. I suppose he isn't the simple scholar you think he is.
Tomas? Impossible.
Impossible.
But Tomas has been at Garreg Mach even longer than I have. I don't want to believe it, but based on what you say, we've no choice but to investigate.
Yes, based on what you say alone and no other investigating at all.
But Sir Alois...
Be on guard. If Tomas is in league with Kronya, he is dangerous.
Very well. I will quietly report the matter to Lady Rhea and leave the decision in her hands. Not a word of this to anyone. Is that clear?
Well, now things are getting interesting. Honestly,
Time to
did
stretch.
not see this coming. So what do you make of this Kronya? Why do you think she was at the fortress?
You seemed preoccupied with her during the battle. She a friend of yours?
Sadly, I wouldn't know. My memory is but a shadow at this point. Gone, vanished, lost. I remember meeting you, but before that, nothing at all. And yet, the moment I saw her, I was struck with the most inexplicable feeling. I couldn't tell you if it was revulsion or affection. It was simply pure emotion.
And here I thought I had it tough.
Are you worried about me? How adorable. Oh, but I do love that about you.
And that's why Rhea has decided to take Tomas into custody. When he gets back, that is. Seems he's been away from the monastery for a bit.
Custody? They ought to end his life on the spot. The churl's enmity towards the church is plain for all to see.
All the more reason to keep him alive and question him. You really think he's working alone?
This all comes from that Monica girl we rescued, right? Still, I guess if Lady Rhea believes her...
Yes, question nothing.
So who is this Tomas guy anyway? You say he works in the library?
Yes, and he's always bent over backward to help me find whatever book I'm searching for.
He's a kind man. And the last person you'd ever expect to stab you in the back.
Well, you won't make it too far as an evildoer if you can't pull the wool over people's eyes.
I can't believe someone that nasty was working right here under our noses.
I can't believe it's not butter.
But wait, what if the dining hall lady is a traitor too? I'll never be able to ask for seconds again!
As if anything would stop you from asking for seconds. Besides, what kind of villain sets their sights on someone's lunch?
I'm pretty sure I've seen an anime where that exact situation has happened. Yeah, you know, carpe diem, just seize the day.
I think we can give the poor dining hall lady the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, it's called Kirby. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's also true. Ooh, do we trust the dining staff or suspect them? I'm not gonna be a dick this time.
We can't trust the hand that feeds us. We can trust nothing.
Yeah, because then we'll have to start biting the hand that feeds us.
Exactly. if we start looking at everyone with suspicion, we may as well pack up and go our separate ways now.
I'd really like to stop talking about the dining hall lady now, please.
Okay, new canon. Arvel has a crush on the dining hall lady.
So, is it safe to assume Tomas hired the bandits that tried to kill us?
No one has proven he was the mastermind behind it all, but there is no doubt he was involved.
You're awfully quiet, Marianne. Is everything okay?
Do you need a hug? We'll give you a hug.
Oh, it's just... I suppose I'm worried about what this all means.
Hey, I understand. These walls were supposed to keep trouble out, but now everything feels very different.
Wait, do you hear that outside?
Are they ready at the gates?
Yes, sir. Every exit is covered.
Well, well, it sounds like Tomas has returned.
Well, enjoy your chocolate milk while you have it, bud.
I don't know why I know this, but you need to get out there, and quickly.
Dash off.
Sheesh, what's gotten into... Oh, Tomas!
Hey, at least Claude realized why.
There he is!
Hmm?
That man down there.
Lady Rhea wants to speak with you.
Right.
I suggest you accept.
This doddering persona of mine will benefit me no further.
No, I've already made that joke twice.
What is this?
You know, I could just imagine a Persona Fire Emblem crossover one day. That'd be interesting.
Familiar, right?
There's no mask, or card to crush, or gun to shoot at your head, or whatever the other two use as catalysts. Already exists? Oh, does it?
Find him!
Right! What he did was just like...
Oh! Yeah, there's the, oh, what's it called? Oh, that one game. Yeah, that. Okay. I completely forgot that existed.
Prologue. The battle for the locket. Upon his return to Garreg Mach, the humble Tomas shapeshifts.
Well, not me. I didn't.
And not even the Knights of Ceros's most concerted efforts can track down the erstwhile librarian. Though Claude is quite intrigued by the dark developments at his school, an urgent message soon arrives from House Goneril at the eastern edge of the Leicester Alliance.
Yeah, Crom is a Persona,
Well, that was
Tharja,
certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas
Sita,
saga.
and there's like a couple others that I don't remember.
Thanks to his shape-shifting ability, he slipped free of the knights and escaped.
Shape-shifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Don't feel like sharing, hmm? All the same, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shapeshifting.
Why would you?
And now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me. At least they've had the grace to keep it to themselves.
It's because they trust you.
Hmm.
Hold on, someone's coming.
Excuse me. Someone's coming.
Hey there. Got a second?
Sure, Claude.
Something wrong?
There's no nice way to dance around this. Are you sure you don't know Tomas?
I already told you I don't.
Okay. It's not like I suspect you or anything.
It's just that I suspect you, okay? Jesus.
But it does make me wonder where you're from originally. Who knows? Maybe there's some mysterious clan out there with shape-shifting powers. And maybe they banished you when you were little and you don't remember it. It's possible, right?
I know it just reminded me of this one anime I watched. What was it? Testament of Sister New Devil, where it's like, oh, this hero saved one of the other villagers, but now he has the power of evil or whatever, so let's just kick him out for no reason. It's just like, gee, thanks. I'm glad I saved you.
Well, my early years are pretty hazy. But while it's not completely impossible...
Hey, I'm sorry. You know what? Don't worry about it. I only ask because people here also see me as something of an outsider.
It's always kind of weird to me that in Claude's portrait, one of his eyes is closed, but he doesn't do that on his character model.
Guess I got a little ahead of myself. Maybe I was just excited to meet a kindred spirit.
Down, boy.
You're an outsider?
There you are, Claude. You must come quickly. We have an urgent message from House Goneril.
Sure thing. Why don't you tag along? I'm not sure what House Goneril wants, but it can't be good.
Better not be Hulse checking in on Hilda again. You're upset he doesn't have an upside-down portrait. Oh, I'm sure eventually there will be a mod for that somewhere.
And with the biggest army since Fodlan's Locket was completed, my brother's preparing to intercept them, but he's outnumbered big time and needs all the help he can get.
House Regan stands ready. But we can't expect my grandfather to lead an army, so I guess it falls to me. I wish I knew what the other Alliance lords will do, but there's no time to call a round table.
I have no doubt my father has already leapt into action, though I will likely be the one who ends up on the front lines.
Alright, I'll see you in a little bit, gangster.
House Ordelia is close, so I like to think we've already sent reinforcements.
Sadly, I expect little help to come from my adoptive father. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I actually have a different favor to ask Margrave Edmund, but we can chat about it later.
I don't understand the reason for this sudden act of aggression. If this really is the biggest army since Fodlan's Locket was completed, that's a century's worth of battles.
Maybe the Almirans figured it's now or never, since the Empire and Kingdom are wrapped up in their own troubles. I mean, we're pretty much the only students left around here now.
I know, it's like pretty soon they'll have to close down the Officers' Academy.
Yeah, I heard something about a coup in Enbar and a revolt in Ferdiad.
Both serious problems that don't directly affect the Alliance. And even if word of Fodlan's troubles has reached the Almirans, it doesn't follow that they'd start a war.
Well, that's assuming they have all the information, which seems unlikely. If all they heard was something vague like war in the capitals, it might make them more likely to invade.
Hey, who knows what reasons they could come up with.
Do you truly think so?
Neat. I'm still glad I did Blue Lions first, but that's just my bias. I'll admit it.
Let me go with you.
I'll
Maybe
fight.
I can help.
Hey, we need every sword hand we can get. Welcome aboard.
Don't worry, I have main protagonist powers.
And you'll have me. The name's
Ooh.
Shamir. I'm a Knight of Seros.
Hey, there you are. I wondered where you were.
The bulk of the Knights were dispatched earlier to track down Tomas. And the rest of us fanned out to the Kingdom and Imperial capitals.
Yeah, I was worried they might have been deployed already. How did we end up with you?
The Church may not be able to lend you an army, but they won't turn a blind eye. I'm here because I'm the best woman for the job. My arrows will make short work of Almiran Wyvern Riders.
So we get to see what the Knight's best archer can do with the bow? I won't say no to that.
Gangster, I take it you don't really care much for Shamir?
I'll be counting on you as well.
It certainly sounds more interesting than staying here and twiddling our thumbs. And besides, who knows what will become of the Academy in the meantime.
I know, right? It'll probably have to close down
Sure
for
thing.
some reason.
I'm in.
Damn it. Why can't I stop yawning? Wait a minute. Are we actually keeping all of our classmates this time? Goodness. Okay.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Of course. I'm counting on you.
Jameer is your favorite church character. Oh, okay. Honestly, probably mine too, because only competition is what, or the only choices are what, Catherine,
In actuality,
that one guy, the little boy guy. Yeah, excuse me, damn it. I just can't ever stop yawning, apparently. Shamir, and I guess Flane and Seta too, technically. Yeah, probably, I would say Shamir. I mean, who knows? She might get one later.
Right on.
Fascinating.
I imagine if they do, we wouldn't see it in the demo.
Oh, hey!
I gotta do this.
What to do?
Let's get some advice.
Let's see.
Catherine, Shamir, Child, Flame, Sedith, Eloise, Gilbert? No, I think Gilbert was technically from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Oh, who knows at this point. Actually, I think Hanuman is originally from the Empire, maybe. Granted, I don't really remember Three Houses lore that much right now, but I'm sure eventually we'll probably find an answer somewhere.
Hello?
I keep forgetting how tiny Lysithia is.
Oh. Let's see.
I see.
Wait, I thought Monaco was the shortest character now.
Aww.
I don't know, we'll have to see if we can compare the two later.
So basically,
Let's see.
No, it's still Lysithia? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Oh.
yeah, I don't know.
Aww.
That can't be.
It's okay, Marianne.
Thanks. How's that?
Am I ready? As ready as I'm gonna be, I guess.
I gave you an order, Nadir.
Yes, sir. You sure did.
Then explain why we remain on this side of the mountain staring at that wretched fortress. Did I not command you to gather enough soldiers to push through?
Oh, Flame's the shortest? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, actually.
Yes, and I did all that. We actually have the numbers advantage by some margin.
Neat.
But the enemy commander Holst is a born leader, and his men are bound to fight like demons.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting some cowardly savage is a superior commander to me? The next king of Elmyra?
Well, with that attitude, probably.
Not at all, not at all. Merely pointing out that storming a fortress tends to be one of those time-consuming sort of things.
In which case, the current state of affairs proves to be exceedingly fortunate for you.
Okay, I don't believe that.
As we speak, the Imperial household fights to hold power against the Empire's nobility, while the whole kingdom bickers over who should wear the crown. There will be no reinforcements here. Take whatever time you need.
I admire that optimism. But as I recall, the king instructed us not to attack yet.
Yeah, you look that up, because I don't believe that Byleth is shorter than Bernie.
That was
I mean,
before the
possible,
situation
sure,
changed.
but I don't believe it.
Father will hold me in great esteem for this. Mark my words. Also, Khalid has been absent for a good while now. And I wager he's plotting some mischief. But once I've conquered Fodlan, it won't matter what folly he attempts. The throne will be mine.
Prince Shahid, enemy reinforcements have been spotted.
Oh, hey, it's another not gatekeeper.
What? No matter. There can't be more than a scattering of them. Send in what's left of our troops and crush them all.
Well, unfortunately for him, he doesn't realize that we have the main protagonist on our side.
I'm Holst Sigisvald Goneril, in command of defense here.
Hey, we finally get to see this guy. Pre-time skip is shorter, but post-time skip is taller. Alright.
Claude von Regan. I've heard a lot about you over the years. We're here to help you hold the locket in whatever small way we can.
Ah, House Regan's new scion. I've heard a fair bit about you as well. I'm impressed you were able to scrape together this many troops in so short a time. Duke Oswald has clearly chosen his heir wisely. Also, I can't express my gratitude enough at seeing so many young people offering to serve.
Whoa! Look at the muscles on you! Your regiment must be epic!
Raphael.
Oh, I'm Raphael Kirsten, by the way. Nice to meet you, Holst.
Do not address him so casually, you oaf. This is General Holst, one of the Alliance's finest and bravest warriors.
Lorenz, I think you need to pull that stick out of your butt again.
Well met, General. My father sends his warmest regards.
So we're gonna fight alongside a famous general? No pressure there.
Hello, main protagonist, right next to you.
Yes, I know when I'm out of my league, and I am clearly way out on this one. Maybe I should go back to the monastery.
And I as well.
Guys, you're fine.
Enough, both of you. This is no time to be cowards. Our enemy's just over there. Are you gonna hide like field mice, or will you find some courage and fight?
My weapon stands ready. I want to see what Holst here is truly capable of.
Your classmates are a real colorful bunch, Hilda. I like them.
Claude at 17 is 175. Claude at 19 is 177. Huh.
Thanks, Holst. But if we're all done catching up, we might want to focus on the enemy army that's headed right for us.
Claude at 24 is 175. So he got a little taller in this game, but in the other game he's the same size.
Oh, so they
Interesting.
Are. The sight of your forces clearly lit a fire beneath them. Fortunately, the locket is impregnable, which they'll soon discover the hard way. Good luck, all. I'm counting on you.
My man shrunk. Yep. He got a little taller just to go back down. Oof. Alright, let's see here. Keeping Claude, keeping me. Hilda, you need to help more often. Ignatz, you can stay on support. Raphael, you can stay on support. I said, yeah.
I'll do my best.
Alright, so we got magic, axe, sword, bow. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'll stick with this for now. Oh yeah, I need to do the thing. Optimize. Oh wait, nope, nope. Hilda, you put your axe back on. Claude, you put your bow back on. Alright, here we go.
Crush the enemy, reinforcements and all.
Please, excuse me.
Marianne, you come with me, actually.
Pry open the gates to Fodlan.
Are you ready to send these troublemakers back?
Well, that was fast.
Nobles must be strong.
Because I have a plan that'll do just that.
Theoretically, I'm all ears. But first, we need to do something about those soldiers closing in on us.
Everyone buckle up. This stronghold is crucial to our defenses, and we can't let it fall.
Oof. Aiyah.
Think they've got muscle? I'll show them muscle.
Yeah, show them your muscles. That'll stun them for a second. Who's left?
I'll fight too.
Oh wait, I need to go down.
Take a breather.
Hilda.
Oh, we can skip my turn, you know.
Hilda, you are helping out.
Well fought, one and all. Now, perhaps the Alliance representative would like to fill us in on his master plan?
Yeah, kill them all. There you go.
Since the central approach is crawling with enemy soldiers, we'll start by capturing the strongholds to the north and south.
No, quit zooming in on them.
Drawbridges here can only be lowered from one side, so we should make sure it's safe by taking any strongholds in the vicinity.
Can I ask you to hold the center, Holst? You're the only one of us who can do it.
I'm here to help. Make use of me.
Holst Sigiswald Goneril has entered the fray.
General Holst, we need help!
Hurry! We have to save our knights!
I'm doing what I can. Also, I feel like I should probably just say, Hilda, do some more. Help out more, please.
If you would like, maybe...
We'll do it together. I got you now.
Gotcha.
That was close. My thanks for your aid.
You're welcome. Oh, hey, he's already on the field.
I'm souring on this whole affair, but if it's a fight you want, I'm your man.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sounds like
I'll fight you.
Could probably be coaxed off the battlefield. I mean, unless you really want to have a crack at him.
It's your call, kiddo. But if you value your neck, I suggest you stay far away from me.
And here I was just thinking I'd give my fighting skill a test. If it looks like we can't handle you, we'll come up with another way.
The nerve of this one!
Now is the time to stand our ground.
That's that.
I get him?
If you keep holding back today, you'll have to retire that overblown title.
I'm the dare be undefeated, because I know when it's smart to run. And I'll come back to end you when I damn well feel like it.
Well then. Certainly got the talk down. Who's down there? No one. Okay. I'm coming, I'm coming. No, quit locking onto them. Man, it's sure kind of funny how useful tornadoes are, huh? Rules of nature!
I'm sorry. We just don't have what it takes.
Good thing we made it in time.
Yeah.
One stronghold down, one to go.
How do I get up to the other one?
Use arrows.
Well, that's definitely working. Keep it up.
How do I actually get up? Oh, yeah, I think I see a gatekeeper, maybe. Those precious lives slip away. Oh, or I guess drawbridge.
Fools, the lot of them. Strike them from this land.
Excuse me, you get back here. God damn it. Claude, you go get this guy.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I'll take care of up here for now. Why does Hubert and Bernie only get C-rank support? I don't know, Hubert probably doesn't really care much for her.
I wonder how much stronger I can get.
Yeah.
Those troops at the center don't exactly have the highest morale.
Where's Hilda? Hilda, you come get these guys up here.
Yeah, let's do this. Don't worry.
Once they realize we've got them flanked,
Who told the Central Force they could retreat? All remaining troops, attack!
you see, things are looking up already. Now we just have to go after their general.
They're scattering like leaves. Claude's strategies really are a cut above.
Are you holding our troops back? Deploy them now! All of them!
Oh wait, I can get the key now. I'm gonna go get the key now. They had the best supports in 3 houses. Oh, really? Huh. I don't remember that, honestly, but... Honestly, at some point I should just go back and just get all the old supports that I missed.
We changing plans?
Oh, we can skip my turn, you know.
No. Hilda, get the key. Oh, I didn't even know there was another side mission. Eh.
We have more enemies incoming.
I got it.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't slack off.
Let's try this.
Now you say that.
Let's see how this goes.
Turn. I owe you one.
Please, excuse me. Let's go.
You go get the chest.
All right, let's take them by storm.
Someone in danger here? No. I think not.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
They're just like, oh, we're gonna go make a shortcut through this way. And I'm just like, nope.
Worthy of a king. Charge!
A key location is in danger.
Don't worry, Claude's on it.
Enemy down.
Yeah, let's do this. Don't worry.
You are certainly competent, I will give you that.
Hit them hard and fast.
Alright, I'm coming. Hold on. Get out of my base. Ooh. That's a little brutal, gangster. But yeah, honestly, it's probably fitting for the lore, I suppose.
My birthday calls me.
You got my back?
Onward!
Let's try this.
Alright, yeah, you finish him off. Do 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 do. Memories of made those days sublime.
Let's try this. Let's see.
Now we have the enemy surrounded. Brilliantly played, young Regan.
Look up behind us. Impudent ones. Fine. I'll put them in the throne myself.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, let's
Actually,
do
wait a
this.
minute.
I've got this.
Charge!
Next king of Elmira.
Let's link up.
If you would like, maybe.
We'll do it together. I've got you now.
It's no use.
How dare you challenge me?
Get him, Claude.
I would make my escape if I were you. You're not gonna like what comes next.
You swine! Turn that loathsome face from my sight! In every way, you remind me of my wretch of a brother! I will be the end of you one day. I promise you that!
Shouldn't we go after him?
Nah. At the end of the day, he's still royalty. The last thing we need is some army tromping in here trying to avenge him, you know?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, level ups.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Progress looks good on me.
I wonder how much stronger I can get.
I'm still just a delicate flower, you know.
Hilda.
I feel like I've grown.
Still bulking up.
Nobles must be strong.
My efforts are paying off.
Insert catchphrase here.
Stop here.
How is this gonna help?
I've got the hang of it.
Just gotta let my muscles do their thing.
This is suitable.
Glad I haven't been wasting my time.
Ooh, poison bow. Claude will like that. Do 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 do.
We did it! We won! We held the locket.
Yeah, I'm gonna stretch real quick.
Honestly, I expected more of a struggle.
For some reason, the Almirans just didn't have the fight in them. If they were serious about beating us, we probably would have found our backs against the wall.
What matters is that we're safe, and no one from our house was killed.
Thanks to Holst! He was out there taking on thousands of soldiers all by himself!
I don't think it was actually thousands, although I agree, it was an impressive sight.
No, I'm the better fighter here.
Yeah, well, give me a couple years and I'll be swatting down tens of thousands.
If you're setting the bar at Holst, I guess I'd better aim high too. I mean, being a fellow merc and all.
Kinda nuts to think the Almiran Prince personally led their army against us.
From what I've heard, he's vying with the others for the throne. That kind of motive makes people dangerous. We'd best stay on our toes.
You think? I felt like we did a pretty good job of slamming the door in his face just now. If it's a throne he's after, we just kicked him a little further away from it. An embarrassing loss like this ought to deter any other siblings from trying the same stunt.
If they're reasonable people, which is a big if.
They're probably not.
You should trade places with my brother for a while and see how fun it is to keep chasing the Almirans away.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
Huh?
We let House Goneril do all the heavy lifting, which isn't fair. And it isn't how you lead. On behalf of my house, I apologize.
Oh, right. I forgot you're technically representing your grandfather here.
You came through with speedy reinforcements, and for that, I'm grateful. Also, Margrave Edmund showed me your budget for restorations to the locket. I hear you personally intervened to make sure the funds were secured. Very thorough, and very helpful. Between that and your impressive tact on the battlefield, the Alliance will be in good hands once you take the reins.
Hey, it's an honor to be accepted by a man as valiant as you. I think we'll get along just fine.
That we will.
Glad to hear it. So now that the battle's over, I want to feast until I burst. Come on, let's all go toast to Lester's bright future.
Yeah, feed me.
Ooh, I'm so stuffed I can barely move. That host sure knows how to throw a party.
That's for sure. The nobles would treat us to a meal every now and then back when I was a merc. It was never anything like this. Thanks for arranging it, Lord Future Leader.
Come on, don't call me that. We're just classmates. Actually, you know what? I take that back. We can do better than classmates.
What do you mean?
Claude, this is happening a little fast here.
Once we're done with the Officers Academy, I was thinking you might join me in Lester for a while. I may have Regan blood, but I grew up about as far from nobility as you can get. I tend to get the full, who's this upstart treatment around Lester, so I could use someone reliable at my side. You're hunting a band of mercenaries, right? Well, maybe we can leverage my family's influence to track them down. And then you can do whatever it is you need to do.
Seems like a solid offer. Better than staying pent up in the academy at any rate.
Yeah, why do you want me, Claude?
Why me? There are plenty of skilled students you could choose from.
Thought we'd been over this. I'm an outsider, and so are you. That makes us two peas in the wrong pie. Plus, we work well together.
Oh boy.
In that case, I'm in. I need to find those mercenaries and repay what's owed.
Glad to have you.
As the representative leader of the Alliance, Claude narrowly defends Fodlan's locket from Prince Shahid and the Almirans, but the future of the Alliance remains in jeopardy. Meanwhile, a power struggle breaks out in the capital of the Adrestian Empire, and a revolt over the right of succession takes root in the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers Academy and permits her charges to return home.
Prologue, Finn.
Golden wildfire. To war.
Oh boy.
It is the end of 1181. 2 years have passed since the Officers Academy closed its doors. Claude has inherited the leadership of Lester and toils to unite the nobles in the region. With Edelgard ruling as Emperor of Adrestia and Dimitri sitting on the throne in Fargus.
If my pets were Three Emblem or Fire Emblem Three Houses characters, who would they be?
A new era is dawning in Fodlan.
Well, I have two cats. One is Cash. He's a like orange and like whitish tabby. He's pretty well behaved. He's usually down for cuddles. He likes to walk all over me if I'm ever laying down
to make
anywhere.
you wait. I couldn't get out of there any sooner.
But he's a good kitty all around. I would say he's probably... Ferdinand or Sylvain? Post time skip. If you were to take Ferdinand and take out his, like, whatever level of narcissism that Ferdinand has, then yeah, I guess you could say that. And then my other cat, Salem, he's a troublemaker. But he's also still a kitten. He's kind of half and half on when he like either he wants attention or he does not want attention. Like there's not really an in between. He is kind of talkative. He'll meow a lot. And oh, he's a little black kitty that we named after Salem Saberhagen from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So him being a little troublemaker. Who's a good troublemaker? Honestly, yeah, I would say probably Claude here. I was thinking that, actually. Yeah, yeah, that's probably why you recognize the name Salem Saberhagen.
You're looking kind of worse for the wear. Is running the Alliance really that rough?
Yeah, well, you know what they say. What doesn't kill you, but enough about me. How are things with you?
Hardly. I came to Regan territory expecting steady work from your house, you know. But it still hasn't materialized. How's a merc supposed to make a living like this? It doesn't matter how much I train my sword arm if there's nothing to swing at.
Right. Sorry about that. I had a feeling your talents were going to waste here.
Oh, he had a feeling, did he? Where were those feelings while we were left high and dry for these last 2 years?
I've been getting by guarding the local inns and all, but I'm at the end of my rope here. You mind if I move on? I hear there's plenty of work in the south for someone like me.
Whoa, slow down there, friend. Why do you think I asked you here? I'm ready to make you an official offer.
About time.
And there it is, just as I expected.
So war's coming then.
That's right. The new Emperor of Adrestia seems determined to bring a fight to the rest of Fodlan. And many along our southern border are worried she'll come after the Alliance.
Yeah, probably.
Hence, all these meetings to plan our response. Are you familiar with the Leicester Round Table?
I'm familiar with a different round table.
Not much. Just that it's a council held by some stuffy Alliance nobles.
That's basically it. The Alliance crowns no king and bows to no emperor. So instead, we just have a bunch of meetings when we want to get something done. Every last detail of Alliance policy and strategy has to be worked out and agreed upon by the 5 great lords at the Round Table conferences. Day after day, we go round and round, arguing and bickering over this or that.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
And as each of the lords only truly cares about their own skin, we never actually reach a decision on anything.
No wonder you look like you've been put through the ringer. Guess being a noble's not all fun and games.
You could say that again. And while we sit around twiddling our collective thumbs, the Empire and their army could be right on our doorstep.
Well, from my Black Eagles playthrough, remembering where the camp is, yeah, pretty close.
Nevertheless, I'll find a way to convince the other lords that they need to commit to deploying their troops. The real problem is what happens after. Armies need commanders, and those commanders need to be exceptional warriors that we can rely on.
You're not gonna ask me to lead Alliance troops, are you?
You, my friend, hit the nail on the head. I want you fighting alongside me as one of the Alliance's commanders.
Hold on, I'm not a noble, though. I'm not even a knight.
Who cares about titles? Isn't this why you came here in the first place?
You dare use my own spells against me?
I came here to help you as a mercenary. I never thought I'd be commanding troops.
Look, you'll be well compensated for your efforts. And you can do this. I know you can. What do
I say? I say I'll be right back because I need to go use the restroom. Evie, hold down the house. I'll be right back. Okay, let's not fall over the chair. Alright, and I'm back in control. Thank you, Evie, for holding down the fort. What do we want to do? Hesitate or accept? Why don't we... hair's stuck on me. There you go. Why don't we hesitate a little?
Look, I'm sure you'll support me, but do you really think the other nobles will trust command of their troops to a merc like me?
No, don't worry about them. So long as it doesn't get in the way of their own personal interests, they won't care one bit.
Sounds about right.
You have the full support of the leader of the Alliance, and that's all that matters. I have high hopes for you, my friend. Now then, looks like I've got a contract to draw up.
Alright, time to explore the new camp.
Here! It's been forever! Did you do something with your hair?
Actually, I'm probably the only one who did not do something with my hair. But thank you.
Nah, probably just lost some weight since you last saw me.
You must not be eating enough. Those arms are like chicken bones.
Raphael.
I imagine you've been doing a lot of mercenary work. And you probably haven't had time for proper meals, what with the way things have been going.
Time's not the issue here. Money is. And it's been really quiet in the Alliance, despite what's been going on elsewhere. The last 2 years have been hard on us mercenaries. It's not easy to land jobs when there's nobody to fight.
Sounds like that's all gonna change at least. So, what are you all doing here?
At the last roundtable conference, each of the 5 great lords agreed to contribute soldiers and officers to the Alliance army.
That's why I'm here. I'm guessing it's the same for you, Marianne?
Can I just say, Marianne's glow up is probably the best out of all of the characters.
Yes. My adoptive father sent me.
I'm in the same boat. Count Gloucester arranged my transfer.
Oh, that's right. You're doing the whole night thing for Lawrence's father now.
Raphael, didn't I hear your family started an inn? What are you doing here?
Claude sent me a letter asking me to come, and there was no way I'd miss this.
Same here. I guess Claude wanted to get all the golden deer back together, huh?
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up. There's no way I'm getting through this war without friends I trust by my side.
You know, I just realized Lorenz is not here, and somehow I'm still okay with that.
And there's Claude. Now our little reunion's complete.
And apparently she forgot about Lorenz, but I'm also still okay with that.
Well, we are missing Lawrence.
Ugh.
Yeah, Count Gloucester sent one of his newest knights in Lawrence's place.
Yes. I suppose I should apologize for that.
I have no doubt Lawrence has his hands full protecting the border right about now.
And I'm guessing you're not exactly thrilled to see me instead of my brother.
Hey, look, as long as you put in the work, I don't care if it's you or Holst.
For the time being, I've asked Holst to see to our defenses in case Elmira decides to take another run at our borders. Besides, I'm not about to let the Empire see our best card on the first play. It's always been my plan to have you all here, and I'm sure we'll be reunited with Lawrence before long. After all, we'll be passing through Gloucester territory very shortly.
The Aramid River serves as the border between the Alliance and Empire. I imagine we'll want to fortify its banks and close off the Great Bridge of Myrden. That is the plan. Yes, Claude?
That's right. There are many large bridges spanning the Aramid, but the terrain on the eastern bank is less than ideal. The Great Bridge of Myrden is the only one suitable for crossing into the Alliance with a significant military force. So if the Empire is looking to attack us, blockading the Great Bridge will severely limit their options. Of course, that means the enemy will do everything in their power to take control of it. So, while I'm happy to see you all again, I'm afraid we don't have time to reminisce.
He's right. We need to get ready to move out.
Yeah. Ah, sweet, we got Fail Not already. And I'm just gonna breeze through this part, third time doing it.
That reminds me.
How tiresome.
Shamir. Only one hero relic for Yuritsa, no hero relic for herself. Oh. Oh, Edelgard gets the least crap. Yeah.
Well, how'd it go?
Well, if I remember correctly, when I was playing with her earlier, I think the axe she had at least kind of like lit up a little bit. So maybe it's like not necessarily a hero relic, but I don't know, an important something.
Got a minute?
Or maybe I'm just, I don't know, crazy.
How's that?
Take a look at this map. Yeah, if I remember, that's not going to show up on the screen, but I remember the Empire camp kind of being more towards the like bottom-ish. Also, I think the Ashen Wolves will not be available for Black Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised.
Long story short, I'm counting on you.
Yes, let's do some training. Oh wait, no, I need to go buy the things first.
Training can be with proper training. You'll be unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend.
I just want those. And I don't know, what would Claude like? Probably hunting.
Got an eye for quality. Got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon. Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Yeah. Alright, we'll do those two together. I'll put Marianne right there. She can team up with Ignatz, I guess. And then we'll do Lysithea and Leonie. Train!
We've definitely got some work to do.
The church apparently has the Ashen Wolves on their side. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, the Ashen Wolves live underneath the church, so...
I'll put this to good use. Glad I haven't been wasting my time.
Can't wait to see it in action.
It is so weird to have Leonie not talk about Geralt every 2 seconds.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Alright, Hilda, you'll level up. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think Yuri hates Rhea too.
This'll be fun.
Sure. I think Ignatz level. Yep. Okay, he can be archer.
I'll do whatever I can.
Lysithea, you... Yep, can go to mage.
How striking.
You seem so enthused. Alright, so let's see. We'll do... I'll put Hilda with Marianne, because they're like best friends. Who else needs to... Raphael needs a level. And... think that's it. Well, do. Oh, I think, yeah, Leone still needs a level. Okay, that works.
You can do it, Marianne. I'm rooting for you. Are you not going to train at all, Hilda?
Hilda! Ugh.
It's fun training with you.
Damn it, Hilda.
This'll help me break new boundaries.
I'll put this to good use.
Getting stronger.
I'll master this.
Time to work you into shape.
Do. Can't stop, won't stop, might stop. Marianne, you'll be our priest.
I never pictured this for myself.
Then Leone. Yeah, you could be a cavalier.
This is great.
Do you know who Miles Prower is? Yeah, he's the guy that has those tails, I think, right? He is Tails. Yeah, I know he's Tails. That's just his actual name. And isn't Sonic's name like Ogilvy or something, I think? Something weird like that. Yeah, get some more training. Because I think they say his name is like Ogilvy in one of the comments.
Let's do it again.
Kurama. Are you talking about Kurama from Naruto or from something else?
Another trick up the old sleeve.
Because I know Kurama the Ninetales.
Training can be the difference between victory
Ninetales?
and
Yep. Yep, I know Kurama.
Can't wait to see how you do.
I almost wanted to make a Boruto's dad joke, but honestly, those kind of bug me. Because I'm like, Naruto had this huge journey, and for someone to just call him Bort's dad, I'm like, how dare you? I don't need to buy nothing.
Come back soon.
Alright, let's see. Optimize. Alright, looks good. Onwards. Alright, so who do I want my 4 to be for Golden Deer? Obviously me and Claude, but
Which battlefield are you headed to?
if Tails has 2 tails and can fly, but Kurama has 9 tails yet cannot. I mean, to be fair, Tails can kind of get away with it because, you know, he can kind of helicopter blade them, but something with how the tails structure where they connect is probably why they can't. Well, actually, that's not true. Kurama can fly. He just doesn't use his tails to fly. Because during one of the final fights with Sasuke, they're like up fighting in the clouds. Remember? And then he does that whole like Nine Tails Shadow Clone double Rasengan planetary destruction whatever. All right. Who am I gonna pick for my characters again? I still don't know. All right. Keeping me, keeping Claude. I'll keep Marianne actually, but it's gonna change out Hilda for. We got bow, we got sword, we got magic. How about... Yeah, we'll do Leone, because I think we need a lance. If Hercule was a Naruto anime, do you think Naruto would have been bullied less? Probably not. Just cause like I part of, cause even if Hercule was there, I would have taken credit for it. Yeah, he would. And honestly, Hercule kind of annoys me. Like any character that is like, oh, I claim credit for doing stuff, even though when, you know, it's finally time for me to try to have to protect people, like all of a sudden, oh no, I can't do it, I got hurt or something. Like, ugh. The Mughals in Final Fantasy XIV are kind of like that too, where a lot of them like to claim credit for all the stuff that you do, and I'm just like, really? Like, yeah, he was a hero in the Boo Saga, I get that, but he still annoys me, honestly. Although it's kind of funny to me that literally Hercule's the only human that survived the death of like the whole planet, essentially. So I guess there's something to be said for that. Alright, let's see. System, let's save. Haven't saved in a bit. Onward.
Fight starts now.
Yeah.
We can win this. Come on.
I hope I can be of some use.
I don't know. Boo's kind of weird to me because like Frieza obviously is, you know, one of the quintessential villains of DBZ, and like Cell does a fantastic job the whole time he's around. But like Boo, I don't know. Boo's just kind of. I don't know. Just Boo just kind of felt a little out of place to me, honestly.
I'm getting stronger.
Yeah, he did do that, I suppose, but although I don't know, because I do also like the Majin Buu race, just because one of my favorite creative characters from Xenoverse 2 is a Majin, so I don't know. Like I said, I have mixed feelings for Majin Buu. And it's kind of Buu in general.
Looks like the battle turned in the enemy's favor. We have to stem the tide.
Nope. No problem. I got it.
Yeah, that's true too. That doesn't necessarily mean that I need to start liking Hercule, but I won't deny there are some things that Hercule actually did do. But just as a type, Hercule. And what's funny is they didn't really. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you like him, that's fine. You're more than able to like him all you want. I just characters that make a show that they're so great and boast about how great they are, but when they're really not, that just kind of gets to me personally.
I don't have time for setbacks.
You get wins with Hercule. Nice. I haven't played Xenoverse 2 in a long while. Maybe on at some point I'll hook up my PS4 and like show off my characters. Cause my main character is the female Majin I told you about. I actually I named her Watermelon and made her dress up kind of like in watermelon colors just for like a gimmick, but then I ended up just sticking with it. Get him, Claude.
Now leave.
Nice.
That takes care of that.
How cool is Hercule could just bully people to death. Yeah.
Find it in your heart to help me.
I will say I did like one of his taunts or powers or whatever you want to call them from I don't remember if it was Budokai 1 or 3, but like he just hands them a game console and then it blows up randomly. I'm just like, okay. Do 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 do.
I don't have time for setbacks. We managed to contain things here.
Hands of trouble.
There's still... I'll fight too. More I can do.
I think not. We will not lose Marianne, damn it. Now Leonie's in trouble. What is she doing?
Cost me my life. It's my turn.
Poke, 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 poke. Oh my god, just hearing them get ran over by the horse, that sound effect was, oh, that was great. Who needs, Marianne. Shaz, go help.
Not a problem. I'm
More I can do.
Actually, I got this. You leave Marianne alone. She suffered enough, damn it.
You got my back?
My goodness, why is everyone in trouble? I got you. Oh, I gotta line them up.
Let's link up. If you would like, maybe...
Aw, we got the horse helping out. Good horse.
I'm unstoppable.
You're so strong.
Yeah. Dorte! Yes, good horse. Honestly, we need that. That would be the perfect DLC character right there.
Thank you. I'll repay you somehow.
We won't lose, no matter what.
Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes DLC pack Ultimate Fighters. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at some point. You got no chance, Thief. You know why? I have the strongest ally that any man could ever hope for.
If you would like, maybe.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I'd be okay with that list. Oh my god, Thief survived that. Holy crap. That's okay, I'll finish the job.
I got too cocky.
Yeah, it happens.
Goddess, please let their spirits rest in peace.
We did it. These have low defense but high speed and moderate damage. Yeah. Found that out the fun way while I was training Shez on the Blue Lions route.
Wait, that's it? I won't let myself stop here. Hey, a new power. All right.
More power.
Two years ago, I never would have imagined we'd be fighting a war like this.
I know, right?
I'm with you there, but it's actually quite the lucky break for you.
How do you mean?
When a war breaks out, every mercenary in the land starts crawling out of the woodwork. And with all your associates here, you should have a large enough force to take on you-know-who.
I'm pretty sure Voldemort was already killed a long time ago. Yeah, let's scold you. How dare you?
They're not just associates. They didn't have to trust a down-and-out mercenary like me, but they did anyway. And that makes them friends. Still, you're probably right. This'll be a great chance to drive Geralt's mercenaries out into the open.
And then you can give them their just desserts or die trying.
Could have done without that last part. Thanks.
Relax, relax. You know I'm on your side. Our destinies are forever intertwined.
Thanks, voice in my head. I'd have complete faith in you.
Do we have an understanding then?
I understand your request, but I make no promises to honor it at this time. Pardon my candor, but you have yet to earn my confidence. I shall observe how this war progresses and then make the decision myself. Now, good day to you.
Oh, Father.
The current Alliance leader and I have finished our discussion. I will be taking my leave now.
Everything okay, Claude? That seemed tense.
That's just usually how it goes.
On the contrary, our conversation couldn't have been more pleasant. Count Gloucester is always a delight.
If that was meant to be a joke, you will note that I am not laughing.
Well, at least your hair's a little better.
Lawrence, it's been far too long. I'm glad to see you're safe and well.
Yes, well, I doubt I will be either of those things for much longer. The Imperial Army has begun its march northward. Incidentally, what were you discussing with my father?
Oh, you know, just what the lords should do in the unlikely event that the Imperial army crosses into Alliance territory.
And how did my father respond?
With a whole lot of words, but not a lot of clarity.
Hardly surprising. My father does not even share his innermost thoughts with me, and I am his heir.
Lawrence, let me ask you something. Would you go along with his decisions no matter what?
What exactly do you mean?
Say, for example, if your father pledged his allegiance to the Empire, would you follow suit?
Oh. Do you think Count Gloucester's going to betray us, Claude?
Of course not. It's just a hypothetical.
Well then, that's a serious what if. Almost sounds like you're trying to provoke Lawrence.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
No, it is quite all right. In fact, it is a perfectly reasonable query, given my father's actions as of late. However, my father takes tremendous pride in being one of the 5 great lords of the Alliance. He would not betray us to the Empire lightly. I, for one, still have faith in him.
I won't deny that your father is a great man, Lawrence. I just wish he regarded me with anywhere near the same level of esteem.
Yeah, give me more materials.
Right. Of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a sec?
Ah, yes, time for some supports. Who we got? Yeah, that seems about right. Alright, let's enjoy these.
Hey, Claude. Looks like you had another one of those meetings. You finally finished?
For today, yeah. But we're picking up right where we left off tomorrow.
That's a lot of talking. What could possibly call for that much discussion?
Well, first, we need to settle on a direction for the Alliance. And then come all the pesky little details. All responsibilities need to be doled out fairly, but each territory has different resources and different circumstances, you know? So it's tricky to figure out what's really fair. There's no one answer that works across the board.
But you're their leader. Can't you just make a bunch of decisions and get it over with?
No can do, I'm afraid. I may be the leader, but I'm still just one of the 5 great lords. Sure, I may be the idea man, but I don't have the authority to enforce anything on my own. On top of all that, most nobles are experts at focusing on what's good for their own territory instead of what would benefit the Alliance as a whole. When priorities clash, the debates just go around and around in endless circles. Makes me wonder if we'll ever reach a consensus on anything.
Probably not.
Hold on. Do you really think you'll win the war like this? You'll always be on the defensive if you can't act decisively.
I hear you, believe me. The process works much better in times of peace. But since we're at war, it's frustrating to say the least. What's worse is that it's near impossible to get a read on the situation. I don't have the foggiest idea how we're going to overcome this. Say, mind if I pick your brain? What would you do in my shoes?
What, me? Well, I guess I'd...
Give them the old babam, skirt round them with a nice whoosh. I guess this one.
You gotta just give him a nice whoosh. Deal with him that way.
Uh-huh. Whoosh. You care to spell that one out for me?
What I'm saying is, why not just get rid of all the talking?
You mean get rid of the Alliance's council altogether?
Exactly. If you give yourself more authority, then it won't take as long to make decisions. It doesn't even have to be permanent. You could go back to the old way once things are peaceful again. But I guess that wouldn't go over too well with the other nobles, huh?
Actually, I think you're onto something. Can't say it hasn't crossed my mind before. If folks at the Round Table just keep looking out for their own territory's interests, we'll be in a world of hurt if the Alliance is ever invaded. I just wish they could see that.
Whoa, are you seriously considering it, Claude?
Of course. Unfortunately, the possibility of it actually happening right now is basically zero. But you've given me a lot to chew on. Let's do this again sometime.
Just say the word.
Oh.
pretty, please? Care to make yourself useful?
We gotta take care of the horses.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
It's great having you along, Marianne. I bet you'll be good at this. I'll try.
You know, as lazy as Hilda is sometimes, I do really like that she's really supportive of Marianne.
Phew! That was some workout. I don't know why, but when you're around, I actually want to work.
Press X to doubt. Press X to doubt. Don't believe you.
I'm glad I could help.
Aw.
Oh, yay! Oh, definitely.
Time to make some more food. Feed me.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, let's just bring them with. They worked hard. Looking at Hilda and Marianne together just makes me want cotton candy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to eating with other people. I must not be very fun.
No, you're okay.
No way! You're a breath of fresh air, so don't worry about it and eat up.
Claude, what are you plotting back there?
Amazing.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Alright, let's see. Who shall join me? I guess Leone. And we'll do Claude. Nice.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
Thanks. I love this.
It's nothing special, but we could all use a little normalcy right now.
Thanks, Claude.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
I'm hungry now. Feed me. I am actually getting kind of hungry myself. But I'll finish out the rest of the stuff here real quick. Let's see. Have some meat.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Let's see, get an award.
Well, how'd it go?
I want stuff. Give me stuff. Thank you.
Any result's a good result.
Not always. Alright, let's see. We got conversations with Hilda and Marianne, and I think they might actually have a conversation too. They do, but I can't do it. Damn it. Alright, well, we'll start with Hilda then.
Whew, glad that's finally over.
Oh, hey! Nice job out there.
You too, Hilda. Good to see you back safe and sound. That was one close fight, huh?
You think so? I didn't even break a sweat.
Really? Well, I guess we did have the upper hand for most of it.
We sure did. And yet you still charged headfirst into the most contested part of the battlefield.
Well, yeah, it's what I do.
You know, that's why you end up feeling like every battle is some huge ordeal. It's so unnecessary.
Please enlighten me. What would you do? Yeah, I'm gonna push back. Screw you.
Whoa, hey now. Unnecessary? That's a little harsh. Someone has to get in there and turn the battle in our favor, even if it's dangerous.
I know, but why do you always have to be that someone? Living fast and loose is only gonna land you in an early grave.
Well, it's not like I'm trying to live like anything. This is just how mercenaries are. You can't distinguish yourself by hanging around in the back. And if you don't stand out, you don't get paid. People notice you if you do something showy on the front lines. And that can bring in the next job, you know?
You're basically commanding an entire army now? What does recognition matter at this point?
Look, it's habit, okay?
You're probably right. I guess I've just gotten so used to fighting like that, it's hard to change. Aren't there a bunch of mercenaries in Goneril territory? Pretty sure I've heard of a merc company stationed at the throat.
Yeah, we use mercenaries a lot when we're beating back the Almiran army.
Then I'm sure they're the same as me. Haven't you seen them going all hog wild, competing with each other up at the front?
I've never really fought with them, but I can imagine that they're way different from regular knights. My brother is always going on about how some guy from some mercenary company or other died fighting at his side.
No surprise there. The more a merc makes a show of themselves, the easier it is for the enemy to spot them.
Right? And that's exactly why I'm worried about you. You don't have to stress about grabbing attention and getting paid anymore. So just take it easy, okay? We don't want you dying before your time.
Don't worry about it.
It's not about getting paid anymore. Fighting that way is just a part of me now. But don't worry, I've got no plans to go out that easy.
I thought I told you not to worry.
You know, I've never seen a noble worry so much about a mercenary. You just sit back and enjoy the show, all right?
Enjoy the show? Yeah, that sort of talk is so not making me feel any better.
Alright, let's see what Marianne's up to.
Hey, Marianne. You were really doing great during those drills today.
Oh,
I'm heading over to the mess hall. You want to join? After all that training this morning and no break, I'm starving. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You like to eat alone, right? Then don't worry about it. I'll find someone else.
No, I'd like to accompany you. If you would have me, that is.
No.
You sure? All right then, let's go. I wonder what's on the menu today. Oh, man, that was good. I feel alive again.
Yes, that was nice.
By the way, why'd you decide to come along with me?
What do you mean?
You usually sit by yourself. I thought you didn't like eating with others. Sometimes I see you eating with Hilda, but I figured that's because she makes you do it, right?
Something like that.
Yes, I do feel more comfortable when I'm alone. I haven't been around people much, so I don't normally know what to say in conversations.
Well, now I'm even more curious why you decided to eat with me.
Well, you have a strange power, right? It makes you transform, or something like that.
Yeah. You curious about it?
It's not so much that. I am... wondered if you despised having it.
Not at all, really.
I don't even give it much thought. And besides, my powers come in handy a few times. I know it makes people suspicious of me and curious about my background, but that's just how people are.
And yet you always have such a sunny disposition, and everyone here respects you. I wondered why that was.
I mean, I sure hope they respect me. So, that's why you wanted to join me?
I wanted to know how I could be like you.
Marianne, you're fine just as you are. Take your time coming out of your shell, okay?
Like me? But Marianne, it's not like you have some mysterious power tucked away, right?
Actually.
No, I don't.
If you just want to make friends with people, then you don't need to think so hard about it. It's not like anyone here hates you.
Don't they? I'm so useless.
Hey, you're a huge help to all of us. I mean that. So you don't have to force yourself to act like someone you're not, okay?
All right. Thank you for saying that.
I can kind of relate to Marianne a little bit. At one point, I was kind of... at one point, I kind of felt like I was all alone and didn't really have anyone to turn to. And for many years, I kind of had a shell that I kept to myself, so... As someone who finally had the chance and opportunity to break out of my own shell, I always kind of like want to try to help others do the same if I can. Where am I going? Let's go this way. Alright, we gotta protect someone. Who we got? We got a lot of archers, so Claude needs to get off of the Wyvern. Marianne can take care of those guys.
Who, me?
Alright, Hilda. You'll go take care of that side. Claude, you definitely need to get off of your Wyvern. And, okay.
You got this, everyone. I'll just watch. I'll do
Oh, no, you won't.
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
Alright, you guard.
My way.
No problem. I got it.
Claude, you just be an archer. Okay, so we need to stop people. Hilda, you go stop.
Dude, don't worry. I won't slack off.
And I guess I'll get these two. So, Gangster, besides this game, what else have you been playing lately?
One step closer to my goal. Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Oh, he's going the wrong way. You get back here.
Let us begin.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
My apologies, but we require immediate support.
You should not be fighting them. All right, Cavalier, you stay there. Don't leave the fort.
I've got this.
Please, excuse me. Is
No, Hilda, you go.
Yeah, let's do this.
Take care of this fort.
Don't.
You know what they say about playing with fire.
Yep. Always make sure you have more matches. Phlegathon officer. Okay.
I'll have my fill of bloodshed.
God damn it, they would show up in the keep I just took over. Honestly, I should take the archer out first. I'm trying to aid them. Ah, god damn it. They're rushing for the other one.
Not a problem.
You go stop them.
I've got this.
No looking back.
Yeah.
More fighting means more strength.
Sorry, but I gotta fall back.
That went perfectly. All thanks to me, of course.
Alright, Hilda, you...
Yeah, let's do this. Don't worry, I
Right
won't
there.
slack off.
Marianne probably could use a quick help. Oh, crap.
All right, let's take them by storm.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to you.
My moment has arrived. Blame me all you want.
Hilda's in trouble.
I might have a problem.
Just be careful.
Sorry, but I gotta fall back.
I know, Marianne, hold on, I gotta get these guys.
That takes care of that.
That's enough, right?
Hilda, you...
Yeah.
Go take care of them.
I've got a real bad feeling about this. Go ahead and blame me if you want, but no one stands in the way of my goals.
No one can beat you when you pull out all the stops, Squad.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Sorry.
Okay, no, they're just going Yeah.
Not really what I was hoping for.
Oh, you're fine.
Allow me to lend you a hand.
One step closer to my goal.
Can't let it end like this.
That went perfectly. All thanks to me, of course.
Alright, where's Phlegathon? There you are.
Let's see how this goes. Now leave!
Ooh.
Gotta stay on guard.
And we did it.
We've won. Great job, everyone.
Can I just say, me wanting to max every character so I can find my mains? You know, honestly, that's fine though. Find the characters that are fun. Find the ones that you relate to. Just try to, you know, make sure you keep a good balance.
I want to grow even more.
I fought and I won. More fighting means more strength. Another trick up the old sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I do like all the unique abilities.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want, Lorenz?
I have a request.
I'm still curious to see what Byleth's gonna get. I'm sure Byleth's just gonna be absolutely
Allow me to assist with any
unstoppable,
matters
probably.
regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Now we'll do Lorenz and let's do Shamir. We haven't had Shamir yet for training.
You can do it, Marianne.
Are you not going to train at all, Hilda?
Hilda.
Well, you might have worked too hard there.
Hilda, it doesn't even sound like you did anything.
I bet this'll come in handy.
I'll put this to good use.
This is suitable.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Now you will see my true value.
Can't wait to see how you do.
Looks like we did just fine.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
How about it?
Alright, let's do this one next. Alright, so we gotta protect two people. Got it. Keeping Shez. Claude will be fine. Hilda, you go up there. We'll switch those two. Yeah, that seems to be good for now.
Ready and willing.
We've got an ally.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll back you up.
Alright, you go take care of them.
I'd like to rescue, so stay on your toes.
No problem.
Take a breather.
We must do something.
You got my back?
We won't last at this rate. We need assistance.
I'm coming. Tornado!
Hooray! The sweet smell of success.
Of course, you know what success smells like, but probably not hard work, huh?
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Okay, let's go.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Yeah.
This place. Yeah, not bad. This won't be a problem anymore.
Alright, thief, I see you coming. I'll take that key, thank you.
I would be lost if I were to die here.
Nope, no ground for you, only juggling.
Is that all we've got?
Alright, let's see what we've won. Survey says... looks like a seal. Nope, it's a boostum item. Got it. Hold on, I'm coming.
We can skip my turn, you know. Not really what I was hoping for. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, she got 3 spikes now. Nice. Oh, you gotta fill up the bar for the multiple spikes, it looks like.
Nice. My turn.
Time to make a name for ourselves.
Let's link up. If you would like, maybe.
Yeah, good horsey. Oh, don't tell me I missed the boss back there. Okay, no, it looks like I got him.
I want to grow even more.
Oh, I didn't get him all the way though. Okay.
Don't mind if I do. On to the next one.
You're so strong.
So glad we made it there in time.
Yeah.
I won't let myself stop here.
another one. Nice.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Alright, let's do some more chores real quick.
Care to make yourself useful?
Yeah, sure. Let's do documents, I guess. Do you know the fastest way to get to an area? I mean, I've just been doing fast travels.
Sure, I'll help.
Very well. I will join you.
We all must do our fair share.
Oh, new support. Swap characters, command the person you previously were to go to where you want, then swap back to... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Luckily, this is still the demo, so, you know, it's not that bad yet, but I'm sure that'll probably be really helpful more later in the game. Yeah, I did notice they moved really quick when I told them to go somewhere earlier. I was like, damn. Alright, let's get another support out of the way real quick.
Ah, there you are, Ignatz.
Hello, Lysithea. Do you need something?
I wanted to thank you for your actions in our skirmish earlier. You blocked the enemy's approach, which allowed me to maintain my position on the battlefield. I'm very grateful.
Oh, you don't need to thank me. Protecting comrades is all part of the job when you're a knight.
At first, I thought knighthood would prove to be a task beyond your ability, but you've turned out to be surprisingly dependable. Didn't you come from a merchant family?
I sure did.
Then if I may, why have you chosen to become a knight instead of taking over the family business?
Because I'm the second son. My older brother is going to take over the business. My father wanted me to become a knight so I could help my brother that way. It was a lot to deal with, but in the end, I'm pretty happy with how it all turned out.
It's quite commendable to choose a future based on your family's wishes.
Oh, it's not so impressive.
Your family must have been ecstatic when you were knighted.
I suppose they were.
To be honest, I am envious of you.
You are?
I am. I haven't been able to do anything for my own mother and father yet. I hope to be as strong as you and do something equally wonderful for my parents one day.
You're very considerate of your parents, Lysithea. And I know how hard you work when you set your mind to something, so I'm sure you can do this too. Yes, well, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
That is to say, I certainly will. Thank you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really should be going. The work of a knight is never done, after all.
Excuse me. Alright, I think I did all the side stuff for the main
Which
mission.
battlefield are you headed to?
Yep.
Make sure you're ready.
Alright, well, been almost 3 hours. Interesting. Gonna go ahead and just save here since I've done most of this part of the route. Anyway, Gangster, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go get some breakfast because I'm hungry. And, oh my god. Yeah, what? What's up? Speak to me, Gangster. What's on your mind? Nice. Well, I think you've definitely gotten your time's worth out of the demo then. But I think overall I've only got, let's see. 4, 620, 414. Like 14 and a half hours, so I still got my amount of time out of it too, I suppose. But I'm a call it here, because like I said, I'm hungry and I got other things I gotta do. 27 hours to be specific. Nice. Good job. But yeah, I gotta work tonight, so I also gotta go to bed here soonish, unfortunately. The weekend really flew by, but I had a lot of fun. Not sure what I'll do in the meantime until this comes out, so I'll find something. I got tons of games all over the place. Until then, Gangster, thank you for joining me. To anyone who watches this later, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Internet.